Alright guys, welcome back. All the crystals have been finished with. I beat them. There's not many scenes new aside from these ones where Ringabel is questioning if this is
More
right.
questions?
What are the crystals? Are they really born of the Vestals?
Now's not the time for a lesson on crystal lore.
Apparently, Ringabel, he failed to save them from something. He had another vision about how, this is not really a cure for darkness, something's up with
I've
that.
never heard the full story either. I'd like to know.
Let's say
And
that
Airy
after
seems to
we
be,
awaken,
Airy seems to be hiding
Crystals are not
something.
born of the Vestals, nor are they creations of the Orthodoxy. They existed long before human civilization arose. They turn hopes and prayers into energy that builds up within them. The Vestals, then...
Yes, I know that part.
Ring a bell? You have that I'm in pain look again.
If the crystals thrive by storing the prayers of the faithful, what were they before they were objects of worship?
I cannot say. The scriptures say not of such a time. Do you know, Airy?
The crystals have always been crystals. It's simply a matter of more and more people worshipping them.
The Templars spoke on this. The crystals should be overseen by one who looks out for the good of the people, he said. Not some power-hungry cult that has rotted to its core. What exactly did he mean by that?
Huh? What's he talking about? Someone care to fill me in?
I fear I do not understand either.
No, it's... Never mind. Apologies for interrupting.
So yeah, Ringabel has expressed his thoughts about all this. How this is going to turn out when we get to the light, I don't know.
Not yet! Just a little longer! More! Keep going! Still not enough! You can do this! Stop! That's it!
Okay, last of the crystals are awakened. Uh-oh.
And after you'd come so far, a pity.
Oh, crap.
Forgive me. Sorry. She lives, but I failed to protect her. No!
Can you hear me? Ring a bell!
Ring a bell!
I'm sorry. Everyone, I couldn't. Forgive me.
Feeling better, Ring a bell?
Tis, I remember everything now.
Your memory is back? That's great news!
I'm not so sure. But at least it all makes sense now.
Will you tell me?
I am Alternus Dim, the Dark Knight. I spoke before of my suspicions that we'd been transported to a parallel world. I've been seeing more and more glimpses of the past these last few days. I remember crossing swords with you, Agnes and Idia, any number of times. And I've witnessed firsthand your death at the hands of a horrible creature.
And it wasn't simply a dream?
No, A memory from a parallel world, most likely. Do you remember when we first met in Kaldisla?
Yes. In the world before last.
And what did the pattern on Airy's wings look like then? It looks like the number 3 now, but in the previous world, it was a 4.
Now that you mention it, how about the world before last?
It was a 5. I recall it clearly.
It's decreasing?
Oh, snap.
In my memory of you 3 getting killed, the pattern looked like the number 6.
And that means...
In short, I'm the Dark Knight from the world before your own.
I see. The pieces are starting to fall into place.
I don't want to believe it, but I think Airy really is... I could only watch it happen. I couldn't do a thing.
Ring a bell.
I have a favor to ask, Tiz. Please tell Agnes what I just revealed to you. Sometime, someplace where Airy isn't around. Will you do this for me?
All right. Of course.
Then you'll believe me?
Damn. So once the number gets to around 5 or so, right? She's supposed to turn evil, I guess?
The final temple. Listen, why don't we go speak with the sage first?
The sage? Whatever for?
Sounds like a good idea. To the sages.
What?
Okay. Off to Yoyana then. A Dia's Parfait binge. Where's Ringabell? He's up on deck with Tiz. Something about having a man-to-man talk. I see. Ringabell has been acting strangely of late, has he not? I suppose so. Yes, he has. I wonder if something is wrong. Perhaps he remembered some unpleasant event from his past. An unpleasant event from his past? Is that why he's been giving me a hard time? Well, I won't stand for it. If he gets in our way again, we should kick him off the ship. Stop it, Airy. I don't see why you're making such a fuss. We're talking about one of our comrades, someone who lost his memory and nearly his sanity, too. Surely you could forgive such a minor thing as his. Adia, where are you going? To see the proprietress. I'll be drowning my sorrow in parfait tonight. Don't try to stop me. I can't believe it. Did you hear that, Agnes? Adia was so mean. She has a right to be. I mean, you're probably evil. Alright. Off to see the sage. Hey, Yoyana.
I thought I heard something. And who might you be?
I am Agnes Oblige.
Ho! My, how you were scarce more than a little sprout. Now look at you, a fine woman. Fine and plump. Why the long face?
Sage, do you remember?
Well, you'd better come inside.
He knows already. That's like the key word. He's like, oh man, she's back again from another world.
I was about to, but I fear this may not be the time.
Sage.
Let me ask you this. If I bade you come with just one other,
Yes.
well, this is quite astonishing. To think such events were even possible. Very well then. I will spare you the details and keep this simple. You must decide, then travel to Ice. You must bring...
Okay. So he wants us to do the Vestment Cave again. And I assume that she's gonna go with me. Boop, boop-a-doop, boop-a-doop, boop-a-doop.
So that's it, huh? You're just going to ignore
Ooh.
me, Anya?
This is how we're gonna be able to be alone with
No
Agnes.
fair. Tis gets to have all the fun.
I am sorry, Airy. I hope you...
Go on, get going already.
We'll be back.
Give the master.
Good thinking, Tiz. So we don't have Airy around. I'm gonna miss Ring a Bell. He's become serious now that he knows that he's alternate dim. So he's not as like, you know, perverted. Alternate dim wanted to marry Adia. That was his whole thing. He didn't want to be all like a pervert. Which kind of sucks, but eh. To each his own, I guess. Literally, because this is like an alternate dim from a dimension that is not of ours. Alright, let's see what he has to say.
There you are. Ah, so this is the one. Were I a foul?
You're not ready to lay down and die yet. We know.
Do you?
And I'm the very image of the angel you encountered 1,880 years ago.
Oh, I see. I've already spoken of such matters, have I? Now, tell me, why have you two come to me again?
I wanted to be alone with Agnes.
What?
You little devil, you!
Huh? No! I didn't mean it like that! At least in the way I think you're thinking.
Tis, was it? I thought you were lost cause, but it seems you some fire inside you. Look, she's blushing. Put the girl out of her misery with a big kiss on the lips.
Please, I'm trying to be serious here.
Tis?
No, I'm telling you, I really didn't mean it like that.
Then what did you mean?
Ring a Bell regained his memory. And not just part of it this time.
He did? When was this?
Just a short time ago. I'm the only one he's told so far, but he wanted me to tell you something in private. Something he remembered.
In private? I did not think Ring-a-Bell to be the sort of man to mistrust his comrades.
I believe he had his reasons.
But what could he possibly remember that would warrant such secrecy?
Before we get to that, I'd like to ask the sage about the...
Of course. I will tell all that I know.
Did the angel mention anything to you other than the crystals?
Other than the crystals? Yes, I believe her words were, I was deceived by the evil one. Her voice was heavy with regret.
The evil one?
This evil one used deceit to drive the four crystals out of control. That tore the barrier between worlds, she said, opening a way to the world beyond. No!
And was this a hypothetical future she saw?
No. The angel and her two comrades had stood before that evil in battle that day. It was after her allies were slain that the creature boasted of what it would do.
The angel. So, if we're going by the logic that's going on here, that would mean the angel might have been the past Agnes, the one that was with our now Ring-a-Bell. Because, he said that, Adia and Tiz were slain.
She spoke to me with lifeless eyes, drowned in tears.
What then?
As the angel faded before my eyes, deliver unto me this pendant when next I return to you. And should I appear before you with the evil one, hesitate not to do what you must to us.
You speak of this pendant.
And was this evil one the angel spoke of with us when we first came to you?
Yes, I dare say so.
Then
I could not do it. I could not, knowing I would have to slay you, Vestal. Precious girl.
I see. Then, to remove all doubt from the matter, I ask you now, this evil one.
stop! I wish to hear no more.
Agnes.
I cannot bear to hear of matters so dreadful. For if what you say is true, then I...
Forgive me. I never wished to put you in this position. But I cannot believe Ring-a-Bell would lie to me. Not about something like this. That's why
You trust Ring-a-Bell then?
I do. I trust Ring-a-Bell. Along with Adia. And you too, Agnes.
Airy is the evil one. She's going to bring the ruin of the world.
I trust you all.
Very well. Then I shall trust in him too.
Thank you. We ought to be returning to the others now, Sage.
You be careful now. Ah, and before you go, there is another matter. One Lord De Rosso and I were you aware that should a crystal be destroyed,
What?
so long as its core remains, it can grow once more through the power of mortal hopes and dreams. The passing of thousands of years will see it grow to its original size and power.
And this crystalline core you speak of?
You need look no further than the pendant about...
What? This stone?
A rather fine gift, wouldn't you say? I'm so delighted to see you kept it safe.
Sage.
Now, I must leave you. Have the courage to think and have the courage to disobey.
Damn. Deep. Alright. Well, we know what's what. We know who's evil. We know the crystals will not disappear if I destroy them. It's just stupid thinking. Crazy.
Welcome back.
I didn't notice till I took a good look. It does it looked like a 3 on her wings.
That old fart hasn't filled your head with strange thoughts, has he, Agnes?
Airy, you needn't worry about me. He did me no harm.
But I'm a Chris fairy, bound body and soul to the Vestals. Of course I worry. And yet, you've been pushing me away lately.
Christberry or not, you've no right to interfere in another's love.
What? Wait,
Hang on!
What?
So 'tis.
Fine. couldn't have gone better.
Couldn't have gone. What's going on between you two? Come on, Agnes, out with it.
Say no more, Tiz.
No, do say more. What's going on here? Yes, inquiring minds want to know. Agnes and Tiz, are you two really?
No, that's not...
Yes, that's exactly it. Isn't it, Agnes?
You mustn't encourage them, Tiz.
This is great. Been some time since we've had any good news.
That'll get them off our track. We might as well go along with it. I mean, just for the fun, right? Alright. So, back to the last one up there. Yeah, we're learning a lot of stuff here. I'm actually going to probably end it here, guys. And on the next part, we'll continue from beating off this guy. Well, I'll end it when we get there. Then that way we can see if there's any scenes there. Because there were scenes that I wish I never missed, but I didn't have time to record them. Since they were just going by and such. Alright. Alright, let's do this.
Look!
This crystal has also reverted.
Wait,
Another...
Here they come!
Okay, so there's no scene or nothing. And we gotta fight Gigas Leech yet again. Alright, I'm gonna end this here, guys. We'll continue off from when we beat him. And then hopefully hope something new happens. Bye-bye.